Thank you so much, Eddie, for those words of encouragement and for responding to many of the questions. Okay, so we'll end very soon, but I'd like to read a very special comment that came in from the treasurer. A very good treasurer, Madame Charlotte Kamugisha, is tuned in. She just sent in a message that there are several calls for Otto to provide money and food, etc. Otto is best placed to lobby and not to give money. Its future is also threatened by COVID, as members may not be able to even pay their dues this year. Then she says, even if it was to give money, it cannot give enough to sustain members for, say, 3 months or more. Depleting Otto's coffers at this time would be counterproductive. Let's focus Otto on advocacy and lobbying for grants, soft loans, and stimulus packages. That's a message from very good treasurer, Madame Charlotte Kamugisha. Now, before I call on the board chair to wrap this up, I'll get Gloria to respond to some of the questions that were aimed at UWA. But just to mention, members that are tuned in, we've been recording this entire conversation, and we've also been taking notes. We'll endeavor to share minutes, and we'll also try to upload the video maybe to a YouTube channel that might have missed the discussion, and you can refer to it in the coming times. Yeah, Gloria, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Jonathan. On the question of UWA and the deposits and reschedules, we've been lobbying UWA, and they've allowed that you can tentatively move your bookings at least 3 or 6 months ahead to a certain date. Then in future, once we've stabilized, you can always reschedule to the right date that your clients will have selected, because at the moment, no one knows which date they will be able to travel. So UWA is requesting that we tentatively move our bookings ahead by sending an email. We are going to share the details again. So when you move your booking to a particular date, then they know in the system that these dates are booked. And then once the pandemic is over and we are ready to move on, we'll be able to basically give you the right dates that you will have agreed upon with your clients. So I think that your deposits with UWA are safe, and UWA says they are not going to increase the tariff. It is going to remain as it is. For instance, those who booked before the increment to $700 will remain at that same rate. It is not, the price will not change. And so kindly, members, make sure you send your requests to UWA. And in case you do not hear back from UWA, please let us know. Then we can always push them for a reply, which has been the case on an individual basis. We've been contacted by several operators, and I'm told all of them have been handled. So if you're getting challenges working with UWA, please let us know so that we can push on your behalf and be able to get you feedback. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam CEO. Our time is indeed very fast spent. I'll call on the chairman to make some closing remarks. But I'll just remind members, we will upload the conversation to our YouTube channel, and we will also share a brief of the many submissions that have been made. Many of the questions that have come in and suggestions have all been noted, and we will provide them to the consultant to feed into our plan to create some form of recovery program for the members. Thank you so much for tuning in, and over to our board chair, Mr. Everest Kayondo.
Thank you very much, Jonathan, and the entire team. And thank you all the members who have tuned in. These are very good deliberations, and I'm happy that we are getting even good ideas. And some of the answers which I had prepared about auto funding is good. The treasurer chipped in, and I'm not going to label on them. Negotiating with the UHOA about lower rates for the hotels. Yes, we are going to do it. And the challenge which we had discussed at board level was not all hotels are belonging to members of UHOA. But I think for those which are not members of UHOA, we shall be handling them at individual basis, but it will be very tricky for them. For guides training, I think this one is quite tricky because I think they have two associations. fact, one of the associations has pushed in a request for aid that their members are suffering, but I think that is for another debate for another day. Diversification, yes, that is good, and I think we should pick it. And for us in management, we have two types of diversification. We have what we call concentric and a conglomerate. Conglomerate is where you diversify in areas which are not related to the business which you are doing, and the concentric is when you are doing it to related business. But right now, I think what we are advocating for is conglomerate as opposed to concentric. Then we have also other issues relating to joint, but one thing which should be picked by our board representative from UTB is actually we are concerned that by the time we became, we took as board members of Auto, we found that the contribution to tourism was 0.1 from the national budget. We campaigned and lobbied and went even to parliament asking for this increment to go to up 1%. Good enough, government increased from 0.1 and increased it to 0.4. And we thought with higher funds, even our members, when they are going for international expos, they would reduce the amount of contribution they pay as they join these expos. Unfortunately, it was increased because previously they were just paying 800. Now I understand all of the expos, they're asking for 1,500, which is an unfortunate thing. And I think, Brother Eddie, you pick it and task your UTB staff why they should increase when they are getting even increase their funding, because our advocacy was like, if we get more contribution from government, then UTB should be contributing much more so that more companies are able to attend these expos. Then who are reducing the filming fees? They have already done. They revised the rates. And I think what we can now negotiate is what you have proposed, that we can take this whole year as a low season year, so that there are no increment, and the increment of 700 should be reversed until they wait until maybe after 2021 when the market is bouncing back. This one we are going to negotiate. The good thing is that UA has a listening ear, and we have had very good interactions with them whenever we meet with them. With the permitted schedules, CEO has already handled, and I think we don't have a problem. And the need of one voice, I think we do it, and where need to be, we join with our private sector members, and then we ensure that it's good to talk with one voice, but again, not forgetting our own personal mandates. Thank you very much, and thank you for attending this one, and it is a very good feedback, which we shall feed in our future obligations. Thank you very much once again.